This morning I am heading out for a women's homesteading conference. It's in Dickson, Tennessee, just an hour and a half or so from here. And I went last year and it kind of changed everything about my brain and our farm. So I'm very expectant. Last year it was 1 day, this year it's 2 days. Last year I literally was sitting there and felt Holy Spirit tell me everything, every answer is already at your farm. And we came home and I was like, we've got to do more rotational grazing. Like I had more of a plan. I was like, we need a milk cow. Here we are milking now in our front yard. So I'm like, man, that really pivoted so many things around here, and really just my heart to step more further into what God has called us to here at the farm. And so, gosh, I'm excited. I am like, it's super busy and I'm going to spend the night up there. So it's like a little bit chaotic to try to get all the kids where they're supposed to go and all the things. Cadence has her first rodeo tomorrow. I'm going to try to maybe duck out a little early to come home and catch that. But I always hate to miss anything that my family's doing because I like to be with my family all the time. But yeah, I'm excited, and we're gonna go hang with some other homesteading ladies in the area and maybe learn a whole bunch. So check it out.
Jar of strawberry jam at the grocery store, you made it yourself. Instead of going to buy spaghetti sauce at the grocery store, you made it yourself. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying a can of organic, non-GMO tomatoes that you need to cook or something, you put it up yourself. It is convenience food. You know those soups that you buy in a jar before you started homesteading? Yeah, convenience food because you made your own soup and you put it in a jar. Emergency canned meat for the days that you forgot to thaw something, and I don't use an Instapot. People who love Instapot, more power to you, but I don't cook with an Instapot. So I'm like, oh, look at that jar of chicken down there. Let's use that instead.
Some people have had a dinner, like earlier that afternoon when they were looking for land. We happened to be at it, happened to just kind of make an acquaintance. We had talked on and off on Instagram, connecting. She's talking about her dairy cow. Anybody who has a cow, and the girl, I love to talk about it, just, okay, let's tell us because they've got
Day two, it has been really windy, but it's beautiful and sunny out and lovely in Dickson, Tennessee for the Women's Homestead Society Conference, 3rd annual, my 2nd year attending. Last year was like, woo, let's go, best ever. This year it's a 2-day event, but yeah, we've got vendors here from various speakers and different farm-related, homeschool, soap making, cosmetics, like different things that are all like farm-based, which is super cool to support your, kind of other homesteads and local and all of that, and just build community around this for sure. But we have learned things about canning and preserving food, which was super beneficial for me and where we're at on the farm. And then just kind of how to include your children in the homesteading process without burning them out, which is also helpful because I do feel like we're such a team on the homestead, and it's can be overwhelming, and like sometimes we're in a hurry, and just reminding myself of making it all a positive experience so that they want to carry on this legacy, or just so that they look back favorably even if they don't want to be homesteaders when they grow up. What else? This morning we learned about like making money on our homestead or with social media or vlogging like this. How to grow your network and your community and leverage those sorts of things and all of that. So that's super beneficial. Trying to think of what else we learned about cultivating community and how you really do need community in homesteading. Like there is so much work on like butchering days, and I was literally just at the table and my girlfriend's like, oh, I make cheese. I'm like, you make cheese? Like you need to teach us how to make cheese. And she's like, awesome. And she's like, I want to get a dairy cow. I'm like, I'm learning how to milk a cow. You can come over and I'll teach you how to milk the cow. Like that's the idea. Somebody else yesterday was like, we're butchering chickens on this day. I'm like, I'm putting it on my calendar because we're going to grow meat birds. So I need to know how to butcher these chickens. So that community is so critical if you're going to engage in this sort of a endeavor. Just knowing people who know things that you need to know and can teach you and show you. And you can do it with them because they need the help anyway. And so you can learn while you help each other, which is kind of, I think, what God intended.